What's up? What's going on, y'all? Give me a second. Still over here setting up some things. Everybody who's here, welcome to the show. If you're on Rumble, appreciate you coming through as well. Hope y'all enjoy the show. If you've never been here before, I'm usually just, talking, letting everybody come up if you want to speak. I got a link that's pinned to my chat. You can come up and talk to me. Um, if y'all, like I say, also make sure y'all like the live. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I really would appreciate that. And I hope y'all enjoy it, like I say. For starters, somebody already messaging me. They always wait till I go live and want to message me. Crazy. But that's what people do. It's like they can sense that you're doing something and they're just like, hold on, let me call him. I done had my mom call me and I know that she know I'm live. And she will sit up here and want to have a full-blown conversation. I'm like, are you serious right now? But getting to this whole situation pertaining to the big beautiful bill, as y'all all know, it passed. Donald Trump and the Republicans passed it. Well, Donald Trump, he hasn't signed it yet. He said he's gonna sign it tomorrow. But these people are upset about this big beautiful bill. And the thing that really gets me when it comes to this big beautiful bill, when it pertains to the Democrats, it's like they hate this man so much that they willing to just rail against anything. Now think about this. Even when they've had power, even when they've been in control of so many things, they don't do anything. They could care less. They don't even try to do anything. They just lie about what they're doing. Constantly. They constantly lie about what they're doing. When they're campaigning, they're saying what they're gonna do for the American people. We're gonna try to lower prices. We're gonna try to increase wages. And then when they get in there, they never do it. Or they always blame it on the Republicans. But see, what people are starting to notice is that when the Republicans actually get in positions of power, they do something. Whether you like it or not, they actually get stuff done, which makes you think, why can't the Democrats do the same thing when they get in power? Which is the reason why so many people have just abandoned the whole Democratic Party ideology. A lot of people have just gotten away from it, period, because it's pointless. There's no use in getting behind somebody or getting behind something when you know that they're not going to do anything. They just all talk. Oh, and on top of that, the party is all over the place. You got communist, you got socialist, you got all kinds of different types of people on that side. Now you got what is this guy from New York? This Mamdani? What is he? A socialist? Now, this is what kills me about a lot of these folks who come from these other countries. They come from these other places with these different styles of government that they don't like. They don't like the people there. They don't like the way it's been governed. And yet they flee, come to this country, and try to inflict the same damage that was done over there. I don't understand it. People like Ilhan Omar, they want to come over here and raise hell and bitch about our system, but yet you left your country because it was in such disarray. Don't come over here and tell us about how bad our system is. We know our system has flaws, but people are constantly trying to improve it. You don't see us in shambles like y'all countries are. People come from other countries and wave their own flags. That's another BS point that really gets me right there. How do you go to another country and wave your own flag? How do you go to another country and complain about stuff that you really shouldn't even be getting? You bitching about it because something is getting taken away. You shouldn't even get some of this stuff in the first place. Anything that pertains to the big, beautiful bill, I guarantee you, is pertaining to the American people. They want you to think. I've even seen on Facebook where some of my friends are like, it's only up to like what 25,000 or 12,500 or something. I'm like, it's better than what they had. No tax up. What is? I don't know if it's up to that amount of money that you make overall, or is it that much in tips? But either way, it's more money than you've had. The Democrats won't even do that. Also, the Democrats, you remember this. When Trump first proposed it, they laughed, joked about it, thought it was funny. And then what happened? And then they all started doing it. They all started talking about tax on tips. They all started talking about the same stuff that Donald Trump was talking about. Ain't that funny? The same stuff that Donald Trump was talking about, they thought it was funny. And then they realized that everybody was like, you know what? I like those ideas. And then they started trying to adopt them. Remember Kamala Harris tried to steal one of his talking points about no tax on tips? It was like the next day she came out campaign and said something about no tax on tips. This shit is that's why I can't stand the Democrats. That's why I can't stand them. And every time I think about it, and I try to get so many of my people off of that Democratic roller coaster, I can't get them to come off of it because they so embedded in the Democrats are racist and all of these things, and they hate everybody, which ain't true. A lot of them are patriots. Of course, it's some racist people on the Republican side. It's some racist people on the Democratic side. It's just covert. You think they're gonna you think they're gonna tell you they racist? No, they just not gonna pass shit to help you. That's why they on that side. That's the whole point of them being on that side. You're not finna get nothing. People need to wake up to what's going on. I mean, it's funny to me how people really think that the Democrats are on their side. These people are not on your side. Listen to the way that they talk. I mean, seriously, listen to the way that they talk about stuff. It's they hate this country, and you want us to vote for these people? They don't even like the country that they're in. They don't even like the country that they represent. Check this guy, Elie Mystal, who is usually on MSNBC with his crazy hairdos, crying and bitching about everything, always acting like such something is such a big deal. Listen to what he says.
I don't say this lightly, but our country needs to be sanctioned.
I'm gonna stop it right there for a second. He said our country needs to be sanctioned. He said our country needs to be sanctioned. He's an American citizen, and he says our country needs to be sanctioned. Keep in mind, these the same people. He wants harm to be done to this country. These are the same people that when Donald Trump started imposing tariffs, they say it's going to harm the country. It's going to harm the people. Prices are going to go up. What the hell does he think sanctions are going to do? What does he think sanctions are going to do to this country? See, he don't care about that. He gonna raise the prices on you through sanctions, but if Trump say he gonna get money back for the country through tariffs, he don't want no parts of that.
We are the bad guys on the world stage. We are a menace to not only free people everywhere, but the
What free people everywhere? That's what somebody need to ask them. What free people everywhere? Because if these people were so free, they wouldn't be coming to America. They're not free. Some of these people can't even talk about their presidents and their leaders without getting killed. They're not free. The shit that people do in this country, they couldn't do it in these other places. They're not free. And like I say, once again, or it's why would they be coming to this country? They come into this country in droves. Even people from China are coming to this country, even though a lot of them are spies and whatnot. But they're coming to this country. Africans are coming to this country. Mexicans, everybody from South America is coming to this country. Even people who's across the oceans are coming to this, which is crazy. Middle Easterns, Europeans, they're supposed to be in such great countries across the waters. They're coming to this country. So what is he even talking about? He's not making no sense. That's why I say I don't listen to these people anymore. I used to be on the Democratic thing, but I couldn't do it. It got so ridiculous. And once you wake up to things that the Republicans are doing, you start to realize these people ain't racist, man. They didn't sold you some bullshit. Sure, it's race. It's racism everywhere. But the way that y'all trying to paint these folks out to be is a total lie.
we are a menace to peaceful people everywhere at this point. And I'm not even going to say that we've only been a menace for the past 3 or 4 months, right? Like when does the international community decide that enough is enough? I know we're rich. I know we've got a lot of money. I know that people want to buy things from our country because we're rich, or want to sell things to our country because we're rich. But at some point, the international community has to stand up to us because we are a bad guy on the world stage, right? And so we should be sanctioned. We should be sanctioned and rebuked.
I think these people are so treasonous. I really believe that. I believe that these people are so treasonous when it comes to everything about this country and all the things that they say. I think they're so treasonous. I swear. Hang on.
On this vote, the yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
All of the things that the Democrats hate right there. Listen to this. Crybaby AOC. Damn, I must have got hit in the face when I was cutting the grass. My nose is hurting. Damn. So it must have flew up and hit me in my nose. Damn, why it's not playing? Hold on, y'all. Wow. Soon as it was just playing. What is going on? That's crazy. It just played. Y'all hang on. It just played. And as soon as I opened it up, that's wild. Oh, there you go.
In modern American history. This is the largest.
Did it just stop?
This is the largest withdrawal and ending of healthcare in American history. 17 million people in our country, 17 million Americans in our country are going to lose their.
Just stop, right? Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe 17 million Americans about to lose health care? Even my parents is talking like this because I got a brother who's special needs and he's getting Medicaid and they just like, when is this gonna take it away? It's not gonna take it away. I'm more than sure. I'm more than sure a lot of this stuff is targeting illegal immigrants and people who shouldn't be getting government benefits. I'm more than sure of that because they constantly speak on the benefits that illegals and people who have just crossed the border and only been here a few weeks, a couple of days are already getting. And let's not forget this fact. The Democrats say all of these things that they want to do for the American people. And like I say, they never do it. But when they do get in positions of power, they're constantly talking about illegal immigrants, illegal immigrants, illegal immigrants. They always talking about everybody but the American citizen. They've had chances to get things done. They don't get it done. When the Republicans get in power, for some reason they seem to get stuff passed, pushed through. They get it done. But when the Democrats have the power, they constantly blame all their mishaps and their failures on what they're supposed to do on the Republicans. Well, we can't get it done because the Republicans are holding up. The Republicans are doing this. We just seen Democrats hold up, want you to read every page of the bill, filibustering, and stuff still gets passed. Now, why can't they do that? They wait for the Republicans to pass something and then they come out and bitch and cry about it. To me, that shit is falling on deaf ears. I don't even care how they feel. I don't care anything about what they got to say. They can come on TV and bitch and complain all they want. I'm done with that party. Been done with that party. Never going back to that party.
Lose their Medicaid. They're going to lose their ACA insurance. Small business owners are going to have their healthcare costs skyrocket. And
it's all fear. And then too, that's all they push is fear. They never give you no hope for anything. They lie to you when they're trying to get elected about hope. But when they're in there, they don't do anything to give you hope. Then they go right back to fear mongering. Well, when the new election gets ready to come around, then they go right back to the fear. Y'all got to keep us in power because if the Republicans get in there, they're going to take this away. They're going to take that away. You're going to starve. You're going to die. Okay, let's vote them in there. Vote them in there. Well, everything is getting held up because of the Republicans. We can't get this done because of the Republicans. Okay, it's election time. Y'all need to keep us in power because if you vote in this guy, he's definitely going to try to kill you.
Going to have their SNAP and WIC cut back. People are going to go hungry. People are going to get sick.
Oh.
On a scale unlike anything we've ever seen. All of it is just to finance tax cuts for billionaires and the wealthiest corporations who don't even need it. I don't think I've ever seen,
on a
I don't
scale
think we have ever
like
seen
nobody's
or are
ever
prepared
seen.
for how catastrophic
oh my God. The terminology.
For a lot of people. And I think it's devastating. And they're talking about this as though it's some tax cut. Even the stuff that they're talking about, taxes on tips, no tax on tips, that's only for people, that's only up to $25,000. And if you're making less than that, you're already kind of exempt from.
Okay, did they propose that? Did they even try to do anything close to that at some point? You got people like Bernie Sanders talking about wage increases, but he's saying these crazy numbers that he know they're not gonna pass. He's not even trying to be reasonable enough to like eke us up to a reasonable wage in the minimum wage bracket. He's not even trying to do it. He was saying stupid shit that it was probably true, but it's like you trying to jump to like $40 and $50. That's not gonna happen, man. You know nobody's gonna go for that. You gotta play the game. You gotta eke us up there. Like they be saying some crazy stuff.
From a lot of these things in the first place. So they're giving people crumbs and they're taking away the whole loaf. And it's just a genuinely really sad day for our country.
What about Leader Jeffrey's final message, looking ahead to 2026, 2028?
Well, to Leader Jeffries' message, he's right. The best thing that we can do right now is press on.
That's all they ever do.
In order for us to salvage what we have and to build through, we have to chart a new course and a new path to our future. And we have to make sure that there are consequences. If you're on Medicaid, if you're on ACA, if you are on Medicare and rely on Medicaid to help with your long-term care, there has to be consequences to these votes. And we have to decide if this is just a joke or just for TV or if this is our real lives. And I hope people vote like it's our real.
Is it just a joke? If it's just a joke, why did you say it was going to be catastrophic? I mean, I don't even know why we waste our time with these people. Man, I got to tell you. This is the Mamdani guy, whatever. Mamdani. This is what he said about Trump because Trump brought him up.
Donald Trump said that I should be arrested. He said that I should be deported. He said that I should be denaturalized. And he said those things about me, someone who stands to be the first immigrant mayor of this city in generations, someone who would also be the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor in this city's history. Less so because of who I am, because of where I come from, because of how I look or how I speak, and more so because he wants to distract from what I fight for. I fight for working people. I fight for the very people that have been priced out of this city, and I fight for the same people that he said he was fighting for. This is the same president who ran on a campaign of cheaper groceries, who ran on a campaign about easing a suffocating cost of living crisis. And ultimately, it is easier for him to fan the flames of division than to acknowledge the ways in which he has betrayed those working class Americans, not just in this city, but across this country, and the ways in which he continues to betray them. Because we know that he would rather speak about me than speak about the legislation that he is shepherding through Washington, D.C. Legislation that will quite literally take health care away from Americans. Legislation that will steal food from the hungry. Legislation that looks to build upon one of the largest transfers of wealth we've seen in recent history in his first administration and do it once again for the very Americans who already have enough. We should be fighting for those that do not have what they need to live a dignified life. That is what I will do, and I am thankful to have the protection and to have the support of so many New Yorkers who have stood up and said how unacceptable this is.
Anyway, shut up. Look, Donald Trump was right. He needs to be deported, denaturalized, all of that good stuff. You know why? Because he's a damn socialist. You can't do that shit over here. Okay? This is a capitalist society. We don't want to do socialism. If you don't like it, then you go back over there and push socialism. You don't come over here and push all of this crap on us. You, Ilhan Omar, she says how we're so bad and so evil. But why don't you go back? Nobody's forcing y'all to be here. Nobody's forcing y'all to run for Congress and Senate. Not presidents, but any other positions. Like, I'm sick of these people. They try to say some of the things that Trump says is crazy. No, it's not. It's the way that a lot of us feel. We want y'all to go back. We want a lot of y'all to get out of here. We want y'all to go build up your countries and stop trying to tear down ours and simultaneously saying that you hate it, not uh, 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 overtly saying you hate it, but covertly hating the country, which is some BS. Even they know it. Even the Democrats know it. Even the Democrats know it. They know it's bullshit and they know their party is trash.
Interview from Kirsten Gillibrand on the Brian Lehrer show. Did you catch that clip?
New York constituents that I've spoken to that are alarmed. They are alarmed by past public statements. They are alarmed by past positions, particularly references to global jihad.
The sense that I'm getting is that there's a walking back. And when I of those endorsement or those congratulations tweets, as it were, and combined with a bunch of I'm never going to congratulate you. You're horrible. You're a communist. You're a Muslim. Get out of office style tweets from the Ackmans and even people like Larry Summers. The fact that now we're having people like Kirsten Gillibrand unwilling to endorse. I've gone back and looked at the Schumer tweets, and they are not reassuring to me. The nature of them is we worked together in the past, and if he's mayor, when he's mayor, I'm looking forward to working together in the future. Which, if he's mayor,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I mean?
Right.
Is that your takeaway of this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that a lot of these Democratic politicians are looking to see where so-called safe ground is. They're looking to see where the dynamic moves. These are not leaders; these are essentially followers, and they're afraid. They don't know where safe ground really is for them, and I think that's really telling. Because had Andrew Cuomo won the Democratic nomination, all of these people, all of them, even the ones who called for his resignation when he was governor, all of them would be lined up behind him, not only congratulating him, but fully endorsing him. We know that counterfactual. It's really not even debatable. It's a hypothetical, but it's obvious. So I think what we're seeing is the double standard here. We're seeing that the Democratic Party leadership is, as I've said this before, the Democratic Party leadership is terrible at literally everything.
They are openly saying this stuff now. But at this point in time, it's too late, which is the reason why I've been saying that the Democrats are done. Nobody's going to start back voting for the Democrats like they think. They lost a lot of people. They lost some blacks. They're going to lose even more blacks. Watch what I tell you. I told people this the first time. It wasn't like a super huge amount, but it was a lot. They definitely lost a lot of black men. They're going to lose even more black men after this. Now, the black women, I don't know what to say. I don't, at this point, we can just say that they brainwashed. That party has a hold on them. I mean, I've given up on that. Latinos, legal immigrants who came through and done it the right way, voted for Donald Trump. See, this is what I tell people. When I talk about immigrants, I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about legal immigrants. I'm not talking about the ones who come over here and do the process the right way, whether they're asylum seekers or whatever. They do it the right way, cool. But the ones who just cross that border and just think that you're automatically owed something, I got an issue with you. But like I say, it's a lot of people that's starting to vote for the Republicans. It's just going to increase. I've shown this map on here so many times. It'll make your head spin. I've shown this map on her so many times. I wonder if I can pull it up now. I don't think I can. Maybe I can make it. Hold on. Let me pull. Let me see something. If I put this in the background, you can't see what. Let me move him. Then I'm gonna get bigger. I'm gonna take me down for a minute just so y'all can see. So y'all can see this map is by the counties. These are counties. The damn map is almost red. You ain't gonna be able to hear me. I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna just let you see it for a second. That map right there. That's a mandate. Everything that he's doing is what we voted for. Nobody cares. You're not scaring anybody. What's up, Eric? What's up, Eric? Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate that comment. I'm doing the best I can. I'm just telling it like it is, bro. That's all I can do. Appreciate you coming through. That's the map. That should tell you something. But to the Democrats, it don't mean nothing. If they take a look at that map, that should tell them everything that they needed to know. Your policies are trash. What you believe in is trash. Your politicians are trash. Let me get him off the way one more time. Look at LA over here. Look at LA. I mean, not LA, but California. I guarantee you, if it wasn't for about 2 or 3 of those liberal counties, including Los Angeles, that damn map would have been red. That whole state would have been red. And then you could have kissed the Democrats' ass goodbye. And that blue wall crap. Done. He kicked that motherfucker over. Over. Do you hear me? Like I say, the Democrats even know they finished.
They cannot, and they refuse to use their power to stop Donald Trump or even slow down Donald Trump. They refuse to use their power to try or accomplish serious legislative change. They are terrible at communicating what a vision of Democratic Party policy is. But the one thing they are the GOAT at, the greatest of all time, this particular generation of Democratic leadership. Terrible at literally everything, but the greatest of all time at crushing dissent inside of the Democratic Party. And
he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. The few times that they've tried to get a little change, even though it was BS change within the party, you had party leadership shut those individuals down. Shut them down. Nancy Pelosi. I always forget the black guy, the senator from South Carolina. Is he a senator or a representative? I can't remember his name. He's in leadership. The black dude. He talked like he a fucking slave. I get so tired of seeing him come across my screen. Shit. Hold on. Give me a second. Jim Clyburn. Jim freaking Clyburn. Every time I see him, I be like, bro, if y'all don't get this coon motherfucker off my screen, I'ma lose it. And then he had the nerve to say that we wasn't gonna get reparations. He ain't even gonna try. Now, as a black person, I don't want to bring that up to scare people away, but it's just a debt that's owed. I'm not saying that they need to give it to us right. Well, they do need to give it to us right now, but I'm not willing to blow up this whole thing for that. I'm just not. I like this country. I love this country. There's nothing that's gonna get me to change my mind about this country. Nothing. Of course, I would like for that to happen. But think about this: when you have a person of your own color and the things that we talk about, saying that we ain't gonna, it makes you sick. Now I know it's a lot of people say we don't need it and we shouldn't get reparations. Cool, but Jim Clyburn ain't shit. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna be a Republican. Uh, I'm gonna be a Republican for a while, and it's nothing that's gonna change my mind.
And remaining in control of the party, even as the party heads to the bottom of the ocean. So we have to understand that what's going on right now, Mamdani's victory in that primary is a huge watershed moment for many reasons, including the fact that he was able to overcome essentially the Michael Jordans of stopping any kind of dissent inside of the party, but the battle is not over. Those greatest of all times in crushing Democratic dissent, they may be back for a general election, right? This is probably not over yet.
It just gets worse and worse for them, man. I'm telling you. They have no comeback. All they can do is fearmonger. Like I say, that's all they can do. And it just gets old. At some point, you kind of get tired of it. You sit back, you just like, okay, I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of it. All y'all do is fearmonger, 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 fearmonger. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I'm so scared of the Republicans. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so scared of the Republicans. They're gonna come and scoop me up and put me back in slavery. That's a lie. I don't buy it. I don't buy none of this stuff. This big beautiful bill was to help the American people. I like some of the things that's in it. It's way more than anything that the Democrats have done. They won't do anything, but they want you to believe that this is something that's just bad. And it's a lie. Let me see. Let me pull up one more thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use AI. All of this shit just popped up. Let me see if I can get it back up here. The One Big Beautiful Bill includes several provisions that are intended to benefit Americans. Tax relief for working and middle class families. The bill extends and makes permanent the double standard deduction from the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, benefiting 91% of taxpayers. It also offers a 15% tax cut for those earning between $30,000 and $80,000 annually, aiming to increase take-home pay by an average of $10,000 to $13,300 per year for a family of four. That's where he got me one really, because when he first did that, I started to notice it in my check. That's when I was like, bro, they feel it. They feeding us a bunch of lies. It's all lies. They are feeding us a bunch of damn lies about this man. If he's so bad, why did I just get more money on my damn check? Right then and there, I said, you know what? I'm done with these motherfuckers. Let me continue before I go on another rant. No taxes on tips. Let me blow it up. I always wonder if y'all can see this. Let me see. I got to go back and make sure y'all can see it when I blow it up. Okay, y'all can. No tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. Now think about that. That's a big one. Social Security. For the seniors who get Social Security checks or others who get Social Security checks, no taxes. Or reduced taxes on it. They've already got taxed putting the damn money in. Now that it's coming back out, it's getting taxed again. He ended it. That's something that's simple that the Democrats could have done a long time ago. But you know why they won't do it? Because they're the ones that's always saying, well, we're gonna lose so much revenue for the country. Hold on, wait a minute. I thought Donald Trump was for the rich. He wouldn't want something like that. Huh. He passed it. Why didn't y'all? It eliminates tax on tip income up to $25,000 annually, overtime pay, and reduces taxes on Social Security benefits for seniors, providing significant relief to tipped workers and retirees. Child tax credit expansion. This bill increases the child tax credit to $2,200, and it includes a Social Security number requirement. That's big. Requires a Social Security number, which means if you're an American citizen, you got it. You got a Social Security card, a Social Security number. That's nothing. If you've been here, then you got, I mean, they try to. That's why I say a lot of this stuff is targeting people who shouldn't be over here. Jesus. And includes a Social Security number requirement to ensure benefits go to American families supporting working parents. Auto loan interest deduction offers a $10,000 annual interest deduction for new cars made in America, benefiting car buyers. So they're offering a $10,000 annual interest deduction for new cars made in America, benefiting car buyers. So you're going to get an interest deduction. Then on top of that, he's helping the American auto industry, which in return is keeping jobs over here for American automakers. He's encouraging people to buy American, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But y'all will still get mad about that. Y'all want to buy your foreign cars and stunt and ride around and stuff that you can't even afford. Hell, y'all can't even keep up the maintenance on the motherfucker. Y'all get on my nerves. Senior tax break includes a temporary enhanced deduction for Americans aged 65 and over, dubbed a bonus to ease the tax burden on retirees. Now, how can you be mad at that? How is this stuff taken away from somebody? They are making it seem like the country is finna come to a screeching halt since this got passed. It's disastrous. Remember they were saying shit like that? Ocasio-Cortez. It's disastrous. A health savings account expands health savings accounts, giving families more control over healthcare costs. Have you anybody ever had a health savings account? I have. I had an employer that was actually putting into the health savings account. I could use that money and invest it. Or let's say I went to the doctor, right? And you have your copay, $20 sometime. For most people, it's probably $20 if you just got a normal job. Well, they actually give you this debit card with all of this money on it that your employer puts on there, and you put a little bit on there. It comes out your check. You take that, swipe it, boom. They deducted $20. Any healthcare costs, swipe that, boom. Every time you got to go get your medicines, you use that health savings account card. So you ain't got to worry like, damn, I ain't got $20 this time, or I ain't got $10 to get my medicine. Shit. Bust out that health savings account card. Use that. But people, they don't care, man. They like to be feared. They like to be told what to do. They like to be told where to go. And that's what they want. Yep. But let me get off of here. Because I usually have quite a bit of people on here by now. But for some strange reason, it's just not going through like I thought it would. I'm not getting enough attention like I want. I feel funny when I'm talking to myself. I usually get some feedback in the comments, that way I can talk back to people. When I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch, yeah, I'm just not getting no feedback. I think it's because I fired it up. I had to close it and I fired it back up. But anyway, everybody who did come through, if whoever's watching right now, I appreciate y'all watching the channel. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Follow me on YouTube. If you see it at the bottom, on the bottom banner at the bottom, go to that YouTube page, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Rumble, go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. Hit the like button. And as always, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.